Pocket Welder Helper here. Let's run 10 API 1104 questions and see where you stand before certification day. Question 1. In pipeline welding under API 1104, the hot pass is A. Any pass welded above 400 degrees foul preheat. B. The pass immediately after the root pass used to refine the root and burn out incomplete fusion. C. The final cap pass. Or D. The first fill pass on thick wall pipe. Question 2. Under API 1104, which defect is categorized as a linear indication for RT evaluation purposes? A. Porosity clusters. B. Incomplete fusion and slag inclusions longer than they are wide. C. Burn through. Or D. Root concavity. Question 3. Under API 1104, filler and cap passes on a pipeline weld are typically made with A. E6010 cellulosic electrodes only, B. E7018 low hydrogen electrodes or equivalent, C. GTAW only, or D. SAW only. Question 4. On a pipeline weld radiograph, the root bead appears as A. Dark rectangular shadow, B. Light or more dense region in the center of the weld image, C. Uniform gray band with no contrast, or D. Dark rounded spot in the center. Question 5. Under API 1104, a radiographic indication measuring 0.4 inches long, tapered, and located at the weld center line would most likely be interpreted as A. Acceptable porosity, B. An elongated slag inclusion evaluated against linear indication acceptance criteria, C. Burn through evaluated for maximum diameter, or D. Acceptable reinforcement profile. Question 6. Under API 1104, what is the primary reason cellulosic E6010 electrodes are used for pipeline root passes instead of low-hydrogen E7018? A. E6010 produces higher strength welds. B. E6010 can be run vertical down and provides forceful arc penetration through a keyhole root. C. E7018 cannot be used on pipe. Or D. E6010 is cheaper and more widely available. Question 7. Which destructive test is unique to API 1104 pipeline qualification and not used in AWS D1.1? A. Face bend, B. Nick break, C. Side bend, or D. Root bend. Question 8. Under API 1104 radiographic testing, what is the maximum allowable aggregate length of rounded indications in a 12-inch length of weld for pipe with half-inch wall thickness? A. Half-inch, B. 3/4 inch, C. Half-inch per 6 inches or 1 inch per 12 inches, or D. 0. No porosity is acceptable? Question 9. Under API 1104, a procedure qualification record must be made when A. A new welder joins the company. B. A new welding procedure specification is developed and the test welds and results are documented. C. Any pipeline weld fails inspection. Or D. A new brand of electrode is purchased. Question 10. DSOW pipe is identified because A. It has no visible seam weld. B. It has one straight longitudinal seam weld made with saw on both the inside and outside of the pipe. C. It has two spiral seam welds. Or D. It is made by centrifugal casting. Download Pocket Welder Helper free on iOS and Android for more API 1104 practice questions, procedure references, and welding tools built for the field.